Hi everybody, I'm adjusting my camera, sorry. My name is Melissa, welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, January 6th, and I wanted to do that video that I had said I'd do a few days ago when I took my walk. I wanted to give you a quick video and let you know what, how I'm doing as far as progress goes for the goal that I set for this year, and also how what the new goals were that I set for this week, because I set goals last week and I set goals for this week. So I wanted to kind of give you a little look. I know that the light's really right around me, but give you a little look on how I have, yes, absolutely gained weight. And this is kind of more of a visual. I'm not gonna lie, it might look a little bit padded because I am wearing layers. It's super cold outside right now. It's like 10 degrees and it's the middle of the day. So it's 1:28 p.m. on that clock and that my stove clock. But it is actually probably 1:30 because I think that one's a little slow. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. So I wanted to show you what I got going on here. And also kind of, you can definitely see it in my face. My chin has gotten puffy and my cheeks and everything. So anyway, that's that. My hair's growing quite a bit too, but that's not really the same thing as that kind of weight. That's a different kind of weight. So anyway, so I will get back to what I was going to talk about. So as you know from probably the first video that I set for this year, which was in late December, I think it was December 28th, if I'm not mistaken, of 2021, which was exactly a year since I had posted my first video about wellness, because my very first video on YouTube was just like, yay, first video that I uploaded. And then my next one was actually about the goals that I wanted to set and the kind of year that I was hoping to have, the different changes and everything. So interestingly, I did get to post on December 28th about how my year kind of went downhill. And my sister and I and my nephew were grieving the death of my brother and my dad. They passed away in November. It's so weird, like the words that you use to describe death. But they died in November, passed away, whatever. And they died just within a week of each other. It was not COVID. It was actually, my brother died of alcoholism, and my dad died of COPD. So, and we think that grieving had a hand in that. It probably weakened his immune system even further. So anyway, I won't get into a bunch of details about last year. Like I said, last year was a very stressful year. There were good things that happened. There were bad things that happened. And I am planning on doing kind of a recap video later. But I am on my break for work now, and I spent kind of the first half hour, well, at least the last half hour, this last half hour, twiddling around trying to figure out how to get a new, how to clear some space from my old SD card and put a new SD card into my phone, since apparently the space, I cleared off like 300 pictures last night, old pictures of me and one of my exes. So, because I didn't realize they were still on my phone until like recently. I was going through looking for something and I found all these other pictures that I just hadn't got rid of. So I cleared out like 300 pictures yesterday and tried to make room, and I cleared out a couple of videos. And apparently that wasn't enough because I like to save everything. So I won't delve into that too much. But anyway, so I changed my SD card, and I'm going to dive right back into this information that I'm trying to tell you about. So let's see if I can't just adjust it a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and recap really quick. Last week I had set some goals, and I talked about where I'd like to be going this year. So I was at 260 pounds on Monday the 27th, and I did my video on Tuesday last week. And I was at, again, 260 pounds, which was up 32.6 pounds from last year when I set my goal to be down to 175. So instead of going down 52 pounds, I ended up going up 32 pounds. And, stuff happens, life happens, it's a journey, it's a roller coaster. And I will take accountability for the fact that I just kind of slunk back into my bad habits. And then the last part of last year with the deaths of my brother and my dad, I just kind of, you know, especially around the holidays, like we've been eating, me and my sister both, we've been eating our feelings quite a bit. So, and then not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, my cat, Ernie Bubba, he passed away. So he crossed over the Rainbow Bridge on Tuesday, and we're grieving him. It's on and off, just like with grieving dad and my brother. But I won't get into that much, just to touch base on that, and just say that, you know, grieving and just stress in general, obviously, as we all know, have a hand in stress. Just has a hand in I want to say weight management, but it's not even really weight management. It's decision making, really decision making, and making good and bad choices and stuff. Kind of feeding your now versus your what you want in the long term. And you know, like I said, we've been eating our feelings quite a bit. So this last couple of months, I think I've gained about close to 20 pounds ish. So most of the weight that I've gained this year has been from like the last 2 months with all the stress that went down. So anyway, whenever I got serious about my health back in July of 2018, I was, I think it was like 281.1. Yes. And so I have an overall loss since I got serious about my health. I have an overall loss of 21 pounds, 21.1. So my goal for 2022, as I've stated before, is to get down to 190. The point mostly is to be and feel more healthy, because one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I forgot to talk about in my last video is that among the weight itself and the filling out of my face and the rest of my body, I also am having trouble fitting into a lot of my clothes, because when I got serious and I started really, really progressively working off that weight, because it was lifestyle changes and they were nice and consistent and progressive, I took the leap. And I know that some of you out there have probably been on the same boat that I have, where you have been unwilling to get rid of your clothes that become big and baggy, because you're concerned that if you go back to that you won't have any clothing, so you hold on to them. That's like a kind of minor like concern. So it's kind of that burn the boats kind of situation, where I got rid of almost all of my large clothing. And I say large, but it was like, you know, 2 and 3X, if not more than that, depending on what brand you get in what store. But I got rid of like a bunch of my clothing, and now I'm struggling because I have gained a lot of it back. But I'm really, and I had ideas last year, I just didn't put them into action, / with the added stress of all these different things, like the dog's attack back in March, the car wreck in September, you know, and then losing family members and all this other, there was just a lot that, again, it's not necessarily an excuse for making poor choices, but they are reasons why I kind of let my stress get the best of me, and then kind of slip back into that hole of bad habits. So I had ideas last year, and I feel, and I could be wrong, but I feel at this point that I didn't implement them the way I should have. And since this is not my first take on this video, because I messed up in the last take, I wanted to also point out that today is Thursday, January 6th. So that's out there now in the universe. I'm really hoping that I won't be late for work. So I need to hurry up and just touch these bases and go. So anyway, I'm long-winded when I get to talking about this. So anyway, my strategies for last week, which again, like I said, I want to get down to 190 for the year 2022. I'd like to get down to 190. And again, to feel healthy. And that was what I was talking about, how my clothes aren't fitting right. A couple other things that I didn't mention. I've been really achy, and stiff and like sore, there have been a lot of things that I've had issues with that I know are part of my crappy health and everything and the weight that I've gained. My feet hurt a lot more. And like I know that could have the fact that I need new shoes again might have a hand in it, but it's not everything. Like I know that because of my weight gain and because of my poor nutrition choices and my lack of exercise and stretching and everything, I've lost that. I don't know what the word is, limberness, I guess. I miss being limber, and I miss being more energetic and having more energy and everything. So that's what I'm kind of working to get back to, because I've noticed I've been really tired, I've been lethargic, and just like lazy and just lack of motivation. But as a lot of people talk about when they talk about motivation in and of itself, there are those people who wait to be motivated and wait to feel it before they move. And then there are those people that move and they go into action so that they will feel it, like so that they will feel like doing something. And that's what I'm trying to get back into. So again, we'll return to that here. Wanting to get down to 190 puts me at a goal to work off 70 pounds this year, which is obviously bigger than the goal that I had last year. And honestly, it's a bigger overall weight to work off, but it is a smaller, more reachable goal than the one that I set last year, because instead of 175, it's 190. So I adjusted it up a little bit because I really want to get under 200 pounds. I haven't been under 200 pounds since I think I was in 8th grade, which would have put me at about 13, 14-ish years old. And, gosh, it's been forever. So because of that, I am really trying to get at least that full 10 pounds under. That way, if I do have some fluctuations, I won't be horribly discouraged if I go over 200 after just getting under it. So if I can get at least that 10 pounds just this year, and of course, this is a progressive thing. I'd like to get further down if I can later and see how far I can go. But this is the goal that I've set for myself. So it'll be 1.5 pounds per week for 53 weeks since I started with this, like technically weighing myself on December 27th, 2021. And then did the math, and it's like 1.3 something, but I'm rounding up to 1.5. So if I can work off 1.5 pounds each week for this entire year plus that bonus week, then I will be down to 190, if not a little bit further, since there's a little bit more in there. So anyway, so the goal per week is 1.5 pounds. And my strategies that I implemented last week are 24 ounces of water a day, to exercise at least 3 times in the entire week, 20 minutes each, to cut out soda except for when I went into the movies, which, as I think I stated in the last video I made, we went to the movies twice last week, and that was the only time I had soda. To put a caffeine curfew on for 2 o'clock, which I'm getting close now, and to go by the Anton Ego saying from Ratatouille, I don't like food, I love it, and if I don't love it, I don't swallow. So if I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to eat it. And so if I'm not enjoying it and there's like no nutritional benefit, then I'm not going to eat it. If there is a nutritional benefit and I haven't eaten in hours and I know I need something to take the edge off or whatever, and it is a nutritional value, then I'll probably eat it. But whether I like it or not, like, so just for random example, if I had some kale, and I don't hate kale, but I won't go for kale most of the time. But if that's what's lying around and it's healthy and I need something because I'm genuinely hungry, I'll eat it whether I like it or not. But if it's, say, knockoff Cheetos, because let's be honest, nothing, I don't think personally, I'm not a huge name brand person, but I don't think any Cheeto-like product, any knockoff product of like Cheetos compares to Cheetos. I might taste it and I'm probably not going to like it. I've not liked almost anything that I've tried that is like a knockoff brand for Cheetos. So if I don't like it, I'm not going to eat it, and it's not good for me. So what's the point in eating it? So there's that. And then to take back my mornings, to do my routine, to get up 5 to 15 minutes earlier, every day until I reached 6. Well, that totally fell through last week. However, since Monday, I've been getting up at 6 o'clock or within like the 6 to 6:15 bracket. So that's been my thing. So anyway, so moving on to this week, I have all of those that I want to continue to implement or aim for the best that I can and not get too discouraged if I don't hit it, especially if I come close. I'm not going to get discouraged. I added some things. I want to, let's see here. I want to exercise a minimum of 4 times this week for 20 minutes each time, which I did. If you count volleyball last night, I've done my 4 times. But if you don't count volleyball that I went to last night, I've done it 3 times in this week since Tuesday. So since I'm doing Tuesday through Monday, I did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and walked for about 20 minutes each time. And I had volleyball last night, which was a good workout. I got to sweating a little bit, which was great because the gym was really cold when I got in there. And then once we got working out, it was good. So there's that. I have increased my goal for my water to be 32 ounces instead of just 24 ounces. So that's, it's literally, I have a water bottle that I drink out of, and stomp. I drink out of this water bottle, and it's got 24 ounces in it. And so basically my goal is to increase it a half. So I'm going to do 1.5 of these every day. I've passed that, I think, every day that I've had this goal, because I usually drink the full one if I have like the other one full. So that's been good. That's been going well. The exercise obviously has been going well. I want to eat a healthy breakfast every day, and I've been doing great on that this week. And it doesn't have to be like perfect, but I'm talking honestly like vegetables and protein. So that's what I've been doing. Like today I had, I usually have some butter in it too, but it's real butter. So while it's not great for your heart with the fat content, it's also not like artificial crap that you're putting in your body. So the trade-off is a little bit different. And I've heard different things, and I've read different things about the comparison between butter and margarine. So, you can do your own research there. That's the choice that I make. And that's like my sister and I both do that. So we do butter instead, but I've also been trying to be conscious of how much butter I'm putting in it, so I'm not overloading it, because while yes, it might be more healthier than margarine, it also has more calories. So, I'm itchy right here. And that's another thing, man, it is dry. It is not just cold, but it is dry. It is dry. And I've been like scratchy, itchy, and my like hands have been dry, and it's bad. So anyway, and then interestingly, because I'm not going to make it today, one of my goals that I set for myself, I think the last goal that I wanted to talk about is to be early every day to work. And that is basically getting there, because unfortunately, I am a late person, and I want to change that to being an on-time person. And I'd really love to change that to being an early person. However, I'm not going to make it back early for my break, but aiming for early. Yesterday and today I was right on time at work. So that is better than being late. Since my brother and my dad died, like I said, I'm kind of a chronic late person, and I'm trying really hard. I've been trying to fix this for years. I have gotten drastically better than I used to be about being late, but I'm still not on time. So I might be like 3 minutes late most of the time. But unfortunately, since my brother and my dad died, I have been like progressively getting worse about being on time. Like we're talking 10 minutes, sometimes 12 minutes. It's not good. And I don't like being that person. And while my boss has been very graceful with me about it, I still don't want to, I don't like letting people down anyway, but I really don't want to, I don't want to let her down. And also just feeling that way about myself sucks. So that being said, that's my last one. And again, I'm shooting for when I get there in the morning. So I've been right on time, 8:30 clocking in, the last 2 days since, after my Ernie Bubba died, which may he rest in peace. He was such a good kitty, and I miss him. And I gave him kind of a little sort of eulogy thing on Facebook. And, he was a good boy. He was, 15 and a half. getting close to 16. If he would have made it to March, he would have been 16 years old. So to our knowledge, because we adopted him 3 years ago when he was 12. So he may have been older. We don't know, but we think it might have been lymphoma. Not sure exactly, but he did pass away the other day. So anyway, so those are my goals. The ones that again, just to recap, no soda except for special meals on weekends. Like, I mean, if we go out to dinner, I might have a soda. I don't know. But otherwise, no. I'm just going to drink water and my coffee, basically, and maybe some milk and maybe some orange juice. But usually it's water and coffee every day. And since I set that caffeine curfew, like at 2 o'clock, I'm done with my coffee and it's water for the rest of the day. And like I said, maybe a cup of milk before bed or something. I don't know. So that no soda. The caffeine curfew is at 2 p.m. I'm trying to get up at 6 a.m. every day with a 15-minute grace period. I actually got the grace period idea from Tom Bilyeu from Impact Theory, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I think he does... his goal is to get out of bed within 10 minutes of the alarm going off. And if he doesn't, he has to apologize about it, whether it's to his wife or whether it's to his audience or his crew whenever he gets to work or whatever. So I think that that's really a great way of holding himself accountable, even though it's something little and they probably don't even care. Like, dude, you got up 11 minutes. That's not that 1 minute after. That's not a big deal. But for him, it's his way of personally taking accountability for that. So I'm trying to do it within 15 minutes. I think there was one of the last 3 days I got up, I want to say it might have been yesterday. I got up about 6:20, but it wasn't, it didn't throw my whole day through a loop. It just, I had to hustle a little more. But anyway, so that's my goal for this week. And then also I'm hoping that I've got some other goals that I have in my head that I want to implement next week. I'm already thinking ahead to next week. Like next week, this is how I get derailed. I'd like to get up a little bit earlier, and I'd like to add a kind of nutrition water count thing to it, and I will get into that next week. So let's see here. All those things. The Anton Ego, if I don't love it, I don't swallow, for the food choices that I make. Because, and I know that there are perverts out there listening that are thinking other things. And yes, we've already had our laughs about that. Me and my family and my friends, whenever it came on, because ha ha ha. But we've had it in our minds so many times that it's kind of like it's numb now. So, but in pertaining to food, once more, I'm going to make sure that I at least enjoy it and or it is nutritional for me. A healthy breakfast every day, 30 greater than or equal to, that's the sign that I use, greater than or equal to 32 ounces of water daily, which is 1.5 of my bottles, and greater than or equal to 20 minutes of exercise 4 times in a week, and to be early every day. So those are the goals that I've got for this week. I hope that, again, that was something that I was going to touch base on about all this, but I'm really hoping that I can take it in better steps this year, and that way I can make them habits and transition into a more healthy lifestyle, instead of, even though I feel like the goals that I set for myself last year were reachable and doable, I hate saying it, but I may have overdone it for myself. So even if they were relatively easy things to put into place, maybe they were too high for my willingness to do them. So it wasn't even not like willpower in the sense of, oh, my willpower sucks, but it's literally, I wasn't willing. I did not make the choice to follow those little goals, those little mini goal plans, those little steps that I created for myself. And therefore, because I did not implement them and kept giving myself a little slack over and over and over again turns into a lot of slack. And that's what happens this is what happened to me. This is what happened to my body. So anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you're following along with me, do the same things that I'm doing. Like I said, I feel like they're easy for me, but maybe you need to take it a step down. Maybe you need to take it a step up. Do what you need to do for yourself. If you would like to use what I'm doing as a guideline, you are welcome to. So I will, like I did with my last video, I'll put all of the goals that I'm creating for this week. I'll do the overall goal at the top there, which again is to get down to 190, but also I miss feeling limber and I miss feeling energetic and stuff like that. And the only way that I'm going to get back to that is if I re-implement these goals and live healthier and eat better and have better nutrition and have better quality sleep and have more exercise and more stretching and try to do kind of overall wellness, because they all affect each other. All of the different areas of wellness affect each other. So it's trying to find that balance to feel good on the whole. So, well, Austin Powers in my head when I say that every time. So anyway, and some of you know what I'm talking about. So preparations A through G were complete failure. However, I'll let you check it out. Austin Powers. Anyway, so have a wonderful day. Make good choices, be your best self, live your best life. I've got to get to work. I am late. Again. All of my love friends, hang in there, okay? I've had it really rough, and you may be experiencing some really rough things as well. Just try to keep that chin up, okay? And hang in there. I will talk to you later. All right, bye. Oh, wait. I forgot to tell you, I can't believe I forgot to tell you. It's right there. I weighed in Tuesday, and when I weighed in, I am down a few more pounds. I am down to 254.6, which is 5.4 pounds down from last week. So I am working off those pounds, and the good choices that I'm making are paying off. So that is what I wanted to say. And then, like I said, when I did my retake, it kind of flew out of my head. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Hang in there. Mwah. Bye.